So he able to make this call, say, hey, well, he'd be there Monday morning. And Mr. Anderson did my whole process and everything. And I started with the jail, right?
Hmm. Now,
As a
what's a jailer? Tell me what it is. What's a
jailer is a
jailer?
detention officer that handles all the incarcerated people that's going to parchment, that's in the process, going to the court, probation, temporarily staying, housing, right?
Okay.
It's
Okay.
semi-prison in my eyesight,
Hmm.
just on a smaller scale with the city of Jackson.
Okay.
And we book DUIs from misdemeanor to felonies, right?
Okay.
It's before
Hmm.
domestic even law even kicked in. Because back then it was just simple assault, aggravated assault, Canada, right?
Hmm. Hmm.
Or you sign a peace bond and you violate the peace bond, right?
Okay.
That kind of stuff. And then there was some military people that when they AWOL that was coming through there as well. But we
Mm.
had three floors. Okay, we had the second floor was the booking facility, and that was your temporary housing. You missed the
Okay.
DUIs, simple assault count with the people that bond out, right?
Hmm.
And the third floor and your fourth floor was your either a court order to stay in jail or using it for a felony waiting on a trial.
Ooh, okay.
Yes. And what I learned, this is so funny. I learned what crime looks like.
Mm.
I learned mostly African American was in there, right?
Right. Right.
And even though you have the Caucasian come through there, when you check their background, they come from wealthy families. Just the family
Yeah.
cut them off. They got on drugs, start hanging around the wrong group, and the family say, okay, we're cutting you off. That's me.
Hmm.
If you straighten up, you can come back. But in the black community, African Americans didn't have that opportunity.
Right.
And I'm going to show you how. And show you why. So I was joking with the guys. I knew everybody in the block because we do counts. And I talked to them. I said, man, what happened? So what I noticed about crime, you have property crime, which they're stealing to survive, right?
Hmm.
And then you have your homicide, where they mostly was social crime, social interaction. Social
Mm.
media was strong back then. It was
Right.
all that they knew each other, right? And
Uh,
they become beef and they be so angry because they they couldn't calm down. Nobody can actually, prevent them from doing what they're gonna do.
right.
Because when you hear, when I see you, I'm gonna do this to you. Or they show they little gun up, right?
Right.
Friends see the gun, say, okay, okay, you got a gun. Okay, they put the booster cable behind them. And what you gonna do? You pull your gun out on them, what you gonna do? Right?
Hmm.
And they use the gun. And when they use the gun and they made that decision to pull that trigger, it's like, uh-oh, what did I do? And I have seen murders come in and be remorsed. I'm talking about like boohoo crying, knowing that their careers is gone, right? Their life
Yeah.
is over with. They got to
Yeah.
deal with all this now. It changed instantly.
Mm.
And they didn't even have to carry a gun. So when you speak to these young men, you'll find out they come from broken homes.
Right.
You'll find out gangs was the social life. That was their support, financial
Yeah.
support, right? That was their job. That was their family.
Correct.
The gang
Hmm.
members is not violent. They're not. They just join the gang to survive.
Right.
Yeah, because it's a financial component. Believe it or not, they know how to go get money. And when you
Hmm.
see that, you see this affiliation, and then it comes from their neighborhood, their culture, their territory,
Hmm.
their best friend, right? Their cousin, their brothers. That's what you'll find out in the urban community.
Hmm.
So by me working those 3.5 to 4 years in the detention center, I learned who were the players is in Jackson.
Mm.
I learned who I can call to find out who did what, right? I
Right.
I found out that's John Doe's son that did,
Mm.
or that's Jane Doe's son that did that, right?
Right.
And but back to the jail part, I played a little game one time. I said, hey, and I was single back then. I said, listen, y'all finna go to prison. So I need all y'all girlfriends' phone numbers so I can call them. They said, why are you gonna call my girlfriend? I said, well, if Jody gets your girlfriend, right, he gonna make sure you get no toothpaste, no salt, no socks, no money on your books. You're not gonna be able to call the house. And they said, I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that. So one day I get a knock at the door, right? I'm
Okay.
sitting there watching TV. We had a little small television. And I was Grizzell, can I see you for a minute? And I said, sure. I come to the door. He says, here's my girlfriend's phone number. And I said, why you give me that? He said, I thought about it. You're right. If she gets somebody else, I'm not gonna be able to call her. And I'd rather for you to have her so I can call her. We all just playing a game. I
Right.
said, just write a letter and I'm gonna make sure you get it to. I was just playing with it. I was having fun with you guys. Just trying to keep y'all entertained.
Mm.
So he wrote a letter, right? And a couple of them wrote letters. On the front of the letter, I'm not making this up. The return address was on the front letter,
Oh,
right?
wow.
The sending address was on the back where you seal it up at.
Right.
The stamp was at the bottom corner on the left-hand side.
Really?
And I said, can I read it just to make sure it's okay? Make sure I didn't want to insult the young man. Well, several of them. He said, sure, read it. I couldn't read it. His letter,
Wow.
his words was misspelled. They was chopped up.
Hmm.
And I said, let me rewrite this for you. He said, what's wrong with it? I said, no, I'm gonna try to write it for you, make it a little bit more cleaner, right? You just tell me
Hmm.
what you want to say. I rewrote his letter. I read several of them I did, sealed it up for him, right? And
Hmm.
showed them how to send a letter to their loved ones. What I noticed that day is lack of education.
Yeah.
L-
Basic skills.
Yes, lack of knowledge, right?
Hmm.
Uh, no future plans.
Yeah.
And you find out these guys know how to build. These guys know they can sing. They got all kind of hidden talent, but they kept it hidden in the community because of the culture they was living in. It
Correct.
seemed you can think they, kind of sweet, right? Or they
Hmm.
can do this. They didn't fit in with their talent, so they hid it and
Right.
joined the game to be like they bad, right? Hanging
Hmm.
on drive by stupid stuff just to be able to live.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. That's
So the FBI had this big task force. It was three guys. Two of them were twins, and one was just a cousin. They murdered some lady, got $75,000 off of, right? Got the video, murdered cold blood, daytime.
what?
Oh, they had the FBI, all everybody laid out. So at that time was Sergeant French. He had me to go out with the FBI task force, these little areas, right? To be with them. And they
Hmm.
was doing it wrong. They was kicking in doors, they was shaking up the houses, they were pissing off the people.
Yeah.
So one of the little girls that was the cousin, she had a little baby. And I said, she said, can I talk to you? Because I just sat there and watched. I said, sure. And she said, I love my cousin. I don't want nobody to hurt them. If you promise me you won't hurt them, I will give you his number to contact. Right? I said, I
Mm.
promise you I'll make sure they won't get hurt. She gave me a number. I balled it up and put it in my shirt pocket. I never told it Fez nothing.
Right.
So they come in, they had a debriefing after 2 weeks. They called off the search because they thought they was skip town, right?
Hmm.
And I raised my hand. I kept raising my hand, and one of the agents, I don't remember his name, and he says, yes, yeah, go ahead. Let's see what you got to say. I said, well, if you hang in there about 2 more hours, I have them. They laughed. He said, son, 2 hours. We've been out here 2 weeks. I'm agent such. If you find and you call me, we gone. We shutting down this search.
Mm.
I went in the office as Chief French. He became Chief Sergeant French. I said, give me 2 hours. I had those guys. I said, okay, take Scott Albrecht with you because I don't want you to go out there by yourself. So I went to the guy called named Ice Cream Man. He had an ice cream truck. Plus he borderline business guy and little street, in him doing
Yeah, right, right. Yeah.
because he shot up this corner one time. These drug boys were messing with his ice cream truck. So he shot up the corner over there on Sears Street. And I knew he did it because they told me,
I
cream man.
love it.
I went by his house. I said, ice cream man, you went there and shot up your corner with them dope boys there on Sears Street. I said, don't lie to me now. He said, yeah, I did it. He said, but they messing with my ice cream, my trucks. I don't bother nobody. I said, well, nobody got hit, but you owe me. All right. He said, I got you. So there was a club called, oh my gosh, it's on Mega Evers. I in an apartment. It's been so long, it's been like 4 or 5 different names, but it was a club where all the drug boys and gangbangers hang out. Okay.
Uh-huh.
It actually was a killing like every week at that club.
Mm,
Killing.
mm,
9 people got shot one night. I think 7 of them died. That's how bad
mm.
it is over there.
Wow.
So, Ice Cream Man was the bartender over there, right? So I called him. I told him what I'm looking for. And he said, I tell you what, the girlfriends of the twins come here every Wednesday night. You be here, but when you walk in the door, you walk around. I'm just gonna drop my head. Don't you come over there by me. I'm just gonna drop my head when you get behind them. So I come in the door, everybody staring at me. I'm walking around, just walking around looking for the females. It was three
Hmm.
females at the table. No, 4 females at the table. And 3 of them was Ken, right? And I don't know who the fourth
Uh-huh.
was. So I come over there, he dropped his head like he cleaned the glass. And I knew I was at the right table. So
Hmm.
I talked to one lady. I said, come on here and talk to me. I don't want to talk to you in here. So she went outside. She was real nice. And I told my sergeant I found the girlfriend. He said, bring in, let me talk to her. Of course, she came in. She didn't tell him nothing, right?
Hmm. Hmm.
And she said, well, when you take me back, you can't take me back to the place. You got to take me home. So he got Scott to ride with me to take her home, right? And she lived in Rankin County,
Right.
the next county from us. So on my way over there, I said, do you love him? She said, yeah, I love him. But she didn't know I had his number. I said, okay. Well, I hope everything work out. Right. She said, yeah, I don't want them to get hurt. I don't know which one did the shooting, but they plan on leaving. She just kind of just opened up a little bit. I
Mm.
took her home. I said, ma'am, can I use your restroom real quick? She said, sure. I went into the hallway apartment, right?
Right, right.
And the bathroom, like almost right in the middle of the hallway. So she stayed up front with my other friend, my coworker, Scott, talking to him. And I said, everybody has back then was big, was uh, the little phone thing. I'm sorry.
With the intercom or something?
No, the ID caller, the small box.
Yeah. Yes, yes,
Yeah, the little
yes.
small, because they're big.
Hmm.
I know you remember that technology.
Hmm. Yeah, yes.
So I opened the door, turned the bathroom light on. The bathroom light on, you got the little fan come on. And I
Hmm.
closed the door like I'm in the bathroom, right? And I eased to her bedroom and I call him and put her number in his pager, right?
Ah,
He calls right back within 30 seconds.
wow.
Phone ringing, she looks at the call ID in front and she freezes up like, oh my God, he called. I told her, I said, listen, I know you don't want to answer the phone, but if you don't answer the phone, whatever he receives, you're gonna get half. But if you cooperate with me, I promise you, you won't get in trouble.
Mm.
I'll take care of all that.
Right.
But she picks up the phone. She's still trying to figure out how he calling with the police in here. But she never knew I texted him and paged him in the back in the bedroom.
Right.
So by the time he kicks up, he calls back and said, Oasis Motel, which is on Northside Drive, right? It's right there, north side of Mega Evans, Oasis Motel.
Right, right.
They had what we call them dope fiend then, some guy who was on drugs, a mechanic that was working on their car so they can go to Milwaukee. They sort of fleeing to Milwaukee. We hit one of the other girlfriend house, got some of the money out. She was holding some of the money that they robbed, right?
Mm.
I cut a deal with her. You give me all the money, I promise you, You won't get locked up. You won't see a day in jail. I'll take the blame. Right?
Mm,
So she gave me the money. The girlfriend was shocked in the other room trying to figure out how they know the call, how they put this together. So
right.
grabbed the phone from her because he kept saying, "You called me? Why you not saying nothing?" And I grabbed the phone real quick and kind of startled him and say, "Hey, this Grizzell on the phone. This the police?" I said, "Yeah, this the police." By then, we was keying up our radio. My radio went dead. My partner keyed on radio, gave him the location. Before they could leave the hotel, police was everywhere.
Wow.
Had the whole hotel, I'm talking about a lot. So of course you can hear him on the bullhorn. We in another county now. So we trying to
Mm-hmm.
get back. And they finally came on out the room, right?
Mm-hmm.
But they didn't get the money that they had. We didn't get the money till the next day. So when we brought the guys in, this guy stared at me like, "How in the world did you locate us?" Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Keep in mind, it was a community.
Yes.
It was family. It was trust.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I learned. It's trust, right?
Yeah.
They know they
Yes.
can't fight it. They just want somebody they can trust.
Mm-hmm.
So this guy just stared me down, wouldn't talk to me, wouldn't say nothing, nothing, nothing. I mean, he just stared me down. I said, "You don't have to say anything. I already got the case put together." So the other twin looked, he wouldn't say nothing, but their cousin started talking.
Mm.
Awesome. Can I talk to you? He started telling on the twin
Wow.
what role he played, how he got involved, who all had the money, right?
Mm. Okay.
That was another set. That was some more money. It was 75,000. I can't remember. It was some more money in the hotel. You know how the hotels got those one unit heat and air conditioning units outside and inside in the wall at the doorway. Those
Right. Uh-huh. Yes.
it was like that. So we get to
Ah.
the room. There was a guy and two other girls. I guess whatever they doing. And the old guy, he said, "What y'all need?" I said, "Man, we just need to come in here for a few seconds and check one location. We good to go." We popped open that front cover of that air conditioning unit
Mm-hmm.
and right there by the cord and pulled all that money out.
Oh, wow. Whoa, my goodness.
And the reason why I'm laughing, the two girls and the guy in there started fussing and fighting. They didn't know that much money up in the room.
Oh
They
my
looking for
God.
money. Yeah, they
They
looking
were
for
looking
money.
for money and oh my
But they didn't know
goodness.
the money was in the room.
Was in the room.
They didn't have a
Mm.
clue. And I laughed, laughed, laughed because they were so mad that we
Oh
found.
my goodness.
Yeah, they've been in the room all day. And they know the room money was sitting there with them.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's hilarious.